the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start the season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Gators will kick off first, and here we go. And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Russell. Right side, it's Edwards. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. Keelan Russell turns it upfield. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Again, it's Russell. Makes the grab on the left. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Russell. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Again, it's Russell. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
That's an awesome job by the defense. They're sniffing out the screen, reading the body language of the running back. They were not fooled, and they knocked it away.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Trying to establish the run. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. Throwing Russell. Rushes on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs here to try to make up for it.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Left side is Rodgers. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. They're all over him. Stop right there.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the short 3 here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. 4th down, Russell. He wants it all. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
And I think that's going to be a frustrating drive for this offense, man. You move the ball on your first possession right down the field, and you choose to be aggressive, and you choose to go for the touchdown. But now you get nothing out of this possession. The defense gets the stop. They get some momentum going in their favor.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Might as well run him again. There he goes. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause, and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So, tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the 2nd quarter. Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap. It's Ball. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
You talk about setting the tone. Going for that in your own territory early in the game. Oof.
Well, let's decide, gutsy or crazy?
Both.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. handoff for Ball. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Jones to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Turning it on. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Max got it on the screen. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? He will score. Touchdown tie. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Deep in the end zone, it's Abrams. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. He's past the 30. And he's still running after the move. Flying down the right side. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Jones wants to throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And I know he's happy to get that one because that's the big fella's first sack. And we've heard a lot about this five-star, this young defensive lineman who they think is going to be elite of elite. And now you get the first sack, the first of many. But nice to see this dude start to come into his own, maximize some of that ability that we've heard so much about.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Pack's got it on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. He's changing the play. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. Winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Out wide left, it's Meadows. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Lofts one high and deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Keelan Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. To throw, it's Russell. Under pressure, and it's a sack. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, for this defense... You're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Russell. Look out. Down he goes. Timeout now called by the Gators. That's their last one. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
What a disappointment. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. First play of this drive. Escapes the pressure to his right. Kept it and he's past the marker. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Jones to throw. Going long. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that bold Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. First up, a look at Michigan in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Wolverines getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. This team is now red hot. 3 consecutive victories and one of the most convincing offensive showings we've seen in a long time.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Conference USA.
Got his man. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Ball. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Jones wants to throw it. Right side, it's Abrams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his man. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the 1st down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
And the Gators are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Ball. And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Sometimes an offsides penalty can slow down a rush. It's 2nd and 5. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers the space out in the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Jones to throw. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
When you're in zone coverage and it's 3rd down, man, it's eyes on the quarterback. Break as soon as the hand separates from the football. You see the slant coming in behind. Nice job making your presence.
Oh, it's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And they're not going to pick up the 1st down on the fake field goal. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3.
Well, that is not the way they drew up the fake field goal. Nothing looked good about that, and no surprise that that attempt failed.
The Tide ready to roll on offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Breaks into the open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. The give to the single back. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Keeps it on the ground. Runs through a tackle. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll give it to him again. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll run it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Calls his own number. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Needs it. He's not going to get there. The defense with Shore tackling to stop him a few yards short.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size. And
they've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Second and long here. Jones wants to throw it. He's got the back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Making the adjustment. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He'll pull it down and run. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back. He wants to throw the football. He sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down. But way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
Here's a give to Ball. There he goes. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Ball again. Steamrolls him, just plowing ahead. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Making the adjustment on the play. Jones to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. On the move. He'll throw it. Left side is Abrams. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he did right there.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's got it.